The following program may contain elements not suitable for all ages. Performances are conducted by trained professionals. Viewer discretion is advised.
Today on NEW Evolved, it's the second annual Over the Top Rope Republic Rumble. But up first, the NEW World Heavyweight Champion Wild Thing Tony King is in the ring with executive producer Mike Barrington. Let's get down to ringside.
So, it looks like I ain't got nothing to do tonight. I got the night off. I might as well go back there, pack up my bag, and leave because I'm sick of looking at all of you. Mr. King, if I could have a word for a moment. Okay, all right. I wouldn't recommend putting your hands on an official. But about having the night off. No, and I agree with you, Steve Arsenal is not here, unfortunately. But I have an idea. Instead of you facing one person, why not face everybody? Why not put your heavyweight championship on the line in the Republic Rumble? You people want that? You want to see that tonight? You're on. Ladies and gentlemen, the NEW Heavyweight Championship will be defended tonight in the Republic Rumble.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here on another episode of NEW Evolved. The Wild Thing Tony King has agreed to defend his NEW Heavyweight Championship.
He didn't agree, he had no other choice.
He has agreed to defend it in the Republic Rumble match. Tony was asked to defend his championship as he was originally supposed to have the night off. He agreed to it. As Dynamite Dylan Davis hits the ring, one of Tony's arch rivals here, as he hits TJ Taylor, and now they're staring each other down.
Dylan has not gotten over the fact that Tony successfully took that championship from him.
But he had a lot of help.
Don't matter. At the end of the day, whoever got the W and whoever's the champion is the true king.
Well, I cannot argue with what's on paper, and Tony has been the champion now for a while. As we see Blake Maxwell hitting the ring here.
Blake Maxwell going after Matt Burns. Well, I'd personally go after that punk TJ Taylor. Go after the inexperience of the tag team first. See the one smart thing Dylan has done.
Well, Dynamite Dylan Davis is a very smart wrestler, and he knows what he's doing in there. He's very capable. That's why him and Wild Thing Tony King were in the main event in a last man standing match. They've been to the top. They're both at the top of their game.
Speaking of the smartest champion that has ever been in New Evolution Wrestling, look at Tony over there, holding on to the ropes. Can't throw him over the top rope if he's hanging on.
Well, TJ Taylor with a kick to Dynamite Dylan Davis in the corner. We talk about intelligence. Is TJ trying to take out one of the most experienced guys in the ring right now?
TJ needs to learn a bit more, I think, but he can step up to that game. Right now, he's all flash, no substance. He needs to find that substance. An elimination of Dynamite Dylan Davis would be the perfect stepping stone.
Well, I agree. TJ has a lot of flash and flair to his game. As you see, Dynamite Dylan Davis coming in there and a kick to the face of TJ Taylor.
TJ just ate that like he was starving for boots. Blake Maxwell over there showing Mick Burns who the boss is. A near elimination.
The TJ hanging on for dear life here. Dynamite Dylan Davis.
Dylan, distracted by the possible elimination of TJ Taylor, took his eyes off the ball, and Blake Maxwell took advantage of the situation.
Well, one thing, Tony King looks like he's seen an opportunity to... Well, here comes Scott Humphries as Tony seeks an opportunity to eliminate TJ Taylor. Scott Humphries is entering this Rumble.
Scott Humphries is probably one of the odds-on favorites to the peons in the crowd. I still think Tony King is going to be the man to win it all, but that's just my 2 cents.
In my opinion, this was a match made for a guy like Scott Humphries. The redefinition Scott Humphries has the stamina, the dedication, and the drive to win this entire contest and win the NEW Heavyweight Championship.
Scott Humphries is a crash and burn kind of person. Scott Humphries craves attention. He craves accolades. Scott Humphries will do anything to his body to win a match, but that's his ultimate downfall.
Well, right now, Wild Tony King is cleverly picking up the pieces and trying to eliminate as many people as he possibly can.
Tony shouldn't be using his energy. He should be sat down in the corner. He should be hankering down and not wasting time.
When you're the champion, there's only so long you can hide in a corner. There's a bullseye on your back.
What an underhanded elimination there. The miscommunication between TJ and Matt Burns caused TJ's elimination by Dynamite Dylan Davis.
Well, Dynamite Dylan Davis is able to pick up the pieces as well and look for opportunities where there are none. As we see, Wild Thing Tony King is on the verge of being eliminated here.
Scott needs to calm down. He needs to relax. He needs to understand that he may be good, but he's not great, and he's not a king.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's not Wild Thing Tony King. That was Blake Maxwell, although Tony is making himself known to the referee and everyone else that he is there. He's showboating the fans. Someone's going to come up and eliminate him. As TJ Taylor's a little bit upset about being eliminated. Well, TJ Taylor's going to live to fight another day. He's a young kid with a bit of experience, but not enough to last as long as he would have liked in this type of matchup. As we see, Blake Maxwell.
Oh, this is dangerous right
Here's
here now.
Danny Duggan. Hotshot Danny Duggan. Oh my God, he's in the corner. He's taking out Matt Burns. It looks like he might get an elimination here. He's trying to lift him up, but he can't quite do it. Matt Burns is sort of hanging out of the rope and using every bit of his weight to hold himself down.
Matt Burns is a solid wrestler. It's going to take a lot more than just one jacked guy to throw him over the top rope.
Well, Matt Burns is smart enough to know that he can use whatever weight he has to hold himself in the corner, but it looks to me like Danny Duggan has quite the power over him. As we see, both Jack and Fanny Pack have a good grip on what's going on here now in this match. Could you imagine if these two were the final two competitors?
You know what? I can't. Because I know at the end of the day, Tony King will reign supreme.
But be that as it may, that's your opinion. My pick is the redefinition Scott Humphries. I think he's got the longevity to go the entire length of this match here.
We just missed Matt Burns' elimination, and now here comes Jack the Fanny Pack again. If something's supposed to be every man for themselves, why are they teaming up on people?
I guess they're being a united front until they get down to each other. It's smart when you think about it.
Scotty,
You can't tell me that the family business wouldn't do it if they were in the ring.
the family business are smarter than everybody else. That's perfect planning instead of just a single agenda. And Tony King needs to find a way out of this quick.
Well, Tony King looks like he has his hands on the ropes here.
There goes Blake Maxwell. More double teaming in this every man for themselves match. This was designed to take the belt from Tony. It's not fair to the King.
Well, Tony's been lifted over the ropes here. Dynamite Dylan Davis's tag team partner,
Hang on,
Hotshot Danny Duggan, is trying to push him out. The champion might be eliminated here as Tony hangs on.
Tony with a nice punch to the face there. Nothing dirty about a punch to the face.
And Tony making quick work of Hotshot Danny Duggan, choking him down the sides in the corner. There's obviously a weight mismatch here, so Tony knows by getting down in the corner, he can take advantage of him.
I mean, in any other promotion all across the world, the other three men in this ring are viable contenders. Make that four as Justin Locke is just entered. But we're here in New Evolution Wrestling. This is the land, this is the Fed that Tony King built.
I humbly disagree. I think that Dynamite Dylan Davis is also a unique part of what we do here in New Evolution Wrestling. He's a mainstay. He's one of our most popular wrestlers.
Yes, 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 Batman needed a Joker, but a Batman like Tony King doesn't need a Joker like Dylan Davis.
I think you got that reversed. Either way, as we see, Justin Locke here now is working on Hotshot Danny Duggan and trying to eliminate him. Justin Locke's a lot smarter than people give him credit for. He knows the big man is going to be harder to beat. He's a big man himself. Why not try to get Hotshot Danny Duggan out first?
Justin Locke reminds me of Moose from the Archie comics. He might be big and strong, but he's not all there. That's why he went after the big man. Build some momentum. Eliminate somebody else first.
Well, they're double teaming Hellraiser Justin Locke right now, and Justin Locke's hanging on. It's an eye rake. Justin Locke is no stranger to resorting to dirty tactics of his own.
How can you stand there and crucify me for liking Tony King? Well, Justin Locke will do the same thing, and you'll be like, it's ruthless aggression. It's how to play the game.
I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying that's what he does, and he's a fan favorite here in New Evolution Wrestling. These are his people. He grew up in St. John's, Newfoundland, and this is where the people are behind Hellraiser Justin Locke every time he comes to the curtain. As you see him take a devastating forearm from Dynamite Dylan Davis.
Just being held there by Danny Duggan and Dylan blasting Justin Locke in the face. There should be less people in the ring, but the two of these guys are doing too much flexing and showing off to actually see the end of the game here, and that's the New Evolution Championship.
Well, one thing Tony King is certainly hiding over the corner, and here's the big Newfoundland's most unstoppable monster, Psycho Mitch, and he nails Dynamite Dylan Davis with a fist. And
Psycho Mitch is going to hit anything that moves. Psycho Mitch knows that this is anything for himself. I guarantee you, him and Justin Locke will fight for him.
Well, they had they have a history together. They have a history as a tag team, but they have history as opponents. There's no doubt in my mind that those guys will fight each other. They're not friends, they're just partners.
They are associates. See, that's different, like the family business, who I don't see very well represented right now. It's whatever luck of the draw that they've had is terrible.
Well, it is the luck of the draw. It's certainly, the people are not scheduled to come out in order. They don't know their number until just before they come out, and
I think that's not fair. I think it's highly against people like John Biz.
see Dynamite Dylan Davis thrown over the top rope by Psycho Mitch. And Psycho Mitch, Dynamite Dylan Davis, ejected fanny pack. There's a suplex going. He's going to suplex Psycho Mitch to the outside here.
See what I was telling you about earlier? $1 million bodies, 10-cent brains.
They just knock noggins, and Psycho Mitch just eliminate both of them. And ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back on NEW Evolved. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back on NEW Evolved, and Psycho Mitch ran into the corner trying to hit Matt Wheeler.
Matt Wheeler joined during the commercial break, but now the numbers have evened out a little bit more in the favor. Matt Wheeler needs this victory. Matt Wheeler wants this victory. He wants to be the undisputed champion here in New Evolution Wrestling. Problem is, there's still only one king.
Well, Matt Wheeler might end up being a double champion out of this, and that would certainly be a feather in his hat. And here comes Hellraiser Justin Locke is just choking Matt Wheeler, trying to wear him down.
As much as I don't like Justin Locke, I gotta respect his no-nonsense. He's just gonna run right through you. Guy, girl, cat, doesn't matter. Justin Locke will hurt you.
Well, Justin Locke sometimes gets ahead of himself, and then sometimes... Well, here comes Bulldog Brandon Hines.
Another man that's very well crafted in the sport of professional wrestling. Not a king.
Do you need to reference the king? Is it like he's not a king. Newfoundland doesn't have a king.
Yes, they
He's
do.
a self-proclaimed
Wild
king.
Thing Tony King is the king of Newfoundland wrestling.
In last name only.
Who is the current New Evolution Wrestling champion?
Wild Thing Tony King.
The king of Newfoundland wrestling.
So when Dynamite Dylan Davis
Wow.
was the king? What?
Matt Wheeler has been eliminated. Brandon Hines getting a little bit of retribution since he had lost the title to Wheeler.
Wow. Well, it looks to me like Brandon Hines is not done with Matt Wheeler.
He needs to turn his focus back on the match and the task at hand instead of showboating.
You know, I'm curious as to who's going to win this match now. Earlier, I predicted Scott Humphries, but you know, the inaugural winner of this
Justin
Republic
Locke
Rumble...
eliminated.
Wow.
The swift kick of Wild Thing Tony King.
That's amazing. The inaugural winner is in this match. You know that, right?
Currently still, yes, Psycho Mitch is still in this match. But last year, Tony King just didn't have the same magnitude as he has this year. He's untouchable.
Well, we'll see what happens here as Tony King is looks to be about to be eliminated by Bulldog Brandon Hines. That would certainly be a feather in his cap.
Justin Locke trying to get back in. See the kind of unkept savage that he is. Trying to enter back into the Republic Rumble. You know what? He needs to be taken out back by those referees and get out of here and clear the ring for the clear winner that's going to appear.
Well, I agree with you 100%. Once you eliminate it, you should hit the showers. However, Wild Thing Tony King is still in this match and looks to be by a hair as he's cowering in the corner like he's done several times throughout this match. I know you're going to call it intelligence, just like Todd Winters would call it intelligence.
It is intelligence. If you don't think that's not an intelligent move on the champ's part, being forced to defend the title against so many people, and a magnitude man like Tony King, any rumble he's in makes it a royal event.
I believe in competition. I believe in stepping up and proving that you're a fighting champion and that you deserve to hold that championship in all of its glory. As we see, the previous winner of the Republic Rumble, Bulldog Brandon Hines, being thrown out now by... and he's getting some help. And Bulldog hangs on.
The fact that Bulldog and Scotty have recently fought shows to me that the two of them still have the drive to want to win, but not smart enough to attack Psycho Mitch together.
Well, Psycho Mitch with a boot.
How's your pick looking now? Eating boots to the face.
With a boot to the face, and I don't know what to say. I mean, these guys, everybody in this ring right now is obviously, you know, a viable champion in their own right.
It's at the point now, you have a former champion in Newfoundland, Psycho Mitch, former champion in Newfoundland, Brandon Hines. You have the current king of Newfoundland Wrestling, Tony King, and the guy that just can't seem to win the big one when it's most important.
Well, Scotty always comes up a little bit short. Unfortunately, his heart is always there. As you see, Bulldog Brandon Hines.
With his vintage cannonball. But the problem is there now, yeah, Scotty can't win the big one. So while you would pick him to win this match, when he's just going to shoo it all the way like he normally does.
But we'll find out now as Tony King it looks to be worse for the wear. And Tony reverses Big Psycho Mitch. That took a lot of momentum. Tony's not a big guy.
You talk about history. The history between these two here in Newfoundland wrestling is well documented. Tony knows how to use Psycho Mitch's movement against him.
And Tony looks to be out on his feet. He just fell to the
He's just
floor.
resting his eyes. He's just taking a break. He knows he got all the time in the world.
Well, I wouldn't doubt for a split second that Tony is definitely using that as a strategy. And Bulldog Brandon Hines is picking his pieces here as he hits another big finishing move of his, the cannonball on Psycho Mitch.
I think one too many of those, he might slip over the top rope. He's putting a lot of risk into doing this move that just doesn't seem to be worth it.
Well, that takes a lot of wind out of the wrestler that's doing the move, as well as the person that's receiving it. So, as you see, the fans here are behind Bulldog all of a sudden. And Bulldog with another cannonball.
Now, what does he do? Oh, yes. Let's go for the adulation of the fans one more time.
He looks like he's going to eliminate the champion. Bulldog looks like he's going to throw Tony King over the top rope here. No, he's not.
This can't be happening. What does he think he's doing? Take your hands off the champ.
And a super kick from Tony King right to the face. See, you can't leave Tony alone for a second. He's a strategist, and he can hit you out of nowhere with anything. As we see Psycho Mitch battling with Scott Humphries here, the redefinition.
Tony, just sit down. Just take
What's Tony doing over in the corner?
Dump them both. Dump them both. There you go. Smartest man.
Oh.
He didn't go. Tony, he didn't go. Turn around. Tony, Scotty didn't go.
Well, Scott Humphries may very well win the big one here.
Turn around, Tony. Turn around, Tony. Oh, season. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God.
Scott Humphries, my original pick, has lasted right to the end with the champion. And to the champion's credit, he managed to last all the other men as well. It comes down to these two folks here, and the winner has to throw the other person over the top rope, and both feet have to hit the floor. As you see, Scotty was thrown over the rope, but managed to hang on that time.
I shouldn't even worry anymore. Scotty can never win the big one. This is all Wild Thing Tony King now.
Well, Tony flies into Scott here. Scott with some fists of his own. These guys are going to go at it tooth and nail.
These guys know each other inside and out. They've battled all across this province of Newfoundland for many years now. They know what they're going to do. They know 3 steps ahead at every point.
These guys used to wrestle against each other when they were nothing but teenagers. As Scott Humphries with a knee to the face. And that's one of his patented maneuvers as both guys are down now.
Get up, Tony. Get up, Tony. Tony, you got. Don't let him at you, Tony. Get up. You got this. Why would Mike Barrington book this? Like, this... I know Tony's at the end, but it's just not fair.
The way I see it, Tony's the champion. He should be there when a championship match is needed. And Scotty keeps hanging on again and again and again.
He didn't go again, Tony.
Scotty's back to his feet here.
Uh-oh. No. Stay in there. Stay in there. Wheelbarrow. There you go.
Tony with a kick.
And Seguri.
Scotty with an clothesline turns Tony inside out.
How he manages to continue to save himself is beyond my comprehension here.
I've never seen any type of Rumble match or Battle Royal or any type of match of this structure be so competitive towards the end between two individuals.
The problem is here now that Tony's been through this. Tony's been in this match since the beginning. He's tired. Scotty got to come in halfway through. Like, there's a conspiracy against Tony to take that title from him.
Well, Tony would have you believe that, but I think when you're the champion, the target's always on your back. It's not a conspiracy. It's just there.
He showed up to the building to see that he was defending against one man. And now this is thrown on top of him. This is some of this kiddie PG stuff.
Well, as we know, X-Rated Steve Arsenal is no longer allowed to compete because he got injured, and I doubt we'll ever see him again. And that's why Tony ended up defending the championship against everybody, because we didn't have a contender. That made perfect sense to me.
No, Tony should have been given the night off. Why? Why would you hurt Tony by making him defend against everybody because of an injury?
Well, you need to prove your worth as a champion. If you don't...
Top rope, angle slam. That is picture perfect.
Well, Tony certainly proved why he was champion right there.
Tony will go above and beyond to keep that title. Again, by any means necessary, that's the way you have to play.
Well, both men are taking a beating here.
Tony knows the limits of his body, and he's put Scotty at the limits of his body. Tony needs to take advantage of this right now.
The Wild Thing Tony King, let's see him there. He's checking his knee, and Tony's rolling out of the ring. What's he doing here?
Doesn't matter. Don't matter.
With the referee's going over to check on him. Is he okay? What's going on here? What's Tony doing?
He's relaxing. He didn't go over the top rope.
I think he's got something underneath that ring.
No, he's relaxing. Look at him. He's just kind of taking his breath.
He got something he's hiding. I think he's got something hidden in his hand there. What's that residue on the mat there?
I don't see what you're talking about. The match is a little dirty. Maybe it wasn't clean before the show.
No, I don't think that's what happened in there.
Block the target driver.
Oh my God, Tony! What, Tony? It looks like salt to the eyes, and Scott Humphries has been blinded.
Something just appeared in the ring.
Something just appeared in the ring.
It was something. I read this all the time. I've read these articles. Things just appear in the ring sometimes. It's not unlike all this dangerous things to be going in Scotty's face. That's just absurd that Tony
That's salt to the eyes blatantly. He throws Scotty over the ropes. And Wild Thing Tony King cheated to win the Republic Rumble match.
As I predicted.
You can say that Scotty hasn't won the big one. That should have been Scotty's victory right there. We will never know for sure. But Tony wins this match by hook or by crook. He's being handed the NEW Heavyweight Championship. And ladies and gentlemen, we'll catch you next time on NEW Evolved.
New Evolution Wrestling would like to thank the following supporters: Greco Pizza, Torbay Road; Adam Tucker Photography; TPI Travel Agent Kayla Gavin; EJ Krams Home Hardware; The Hub Printing and Catering; JC's Entertainment.